Welcome back to another thing. A disease spread by rats, other wildlife, and contaminated water is now making dogs sick, and some of them are dying. It's called Leptospirosis, and it can make you sick too. Dr. Peter Falk of the New Jersey Veterinarian Medical Association joins us now, and he's brought along a friend. Who's your friend?
This is Clover. She belongs to one of our staff. She's a member of the Bergen family. She's a French bulldog, but she's Irish on the inside.
she's been great. Talk about this disease. How concerned should pet owners be?
They should be concerned. It's a disease where the pets can die if they get infected, and it's also a disease that people can get. That's called a zoonosis. So it is of concern.
What are the signs? Like, what should pet owners look for?
So the general signs are the pets just aren't doing right. So they may be lethargic, not eating, diarrhea, blood in the urine, things along that line. So it's not like one specific thing, oh, she has this disease or he has this disease. It's more like several, different signs.
Right, there's a lot of symptoms, but those symptoms could be other things. Right. However, now, because this is out there, you should be more alert and get to the vet as fast as you can. Is that the way?
That would be true. If people have questions about any health issue with their pet, call the veterinarian, and then they'll help sort it out for you.
What are the chances of this happening with your pet? How common is this?
It's not uncommon, but it's also not very common. I don't know. So it's not a new disease. It's been around for a long time. So animals can get it even in their backyard. It's not a disease of big dogs or small dogs. It is rare in cats, though. And they get it from any place where wildlife may be. So raccoons, possums, skunks, rodents get the disease. They're actually the reservoir for the disease, and the bacteria is excreted in their urine. So any place where wildlife urine may be, I hate to be brutal, is a place where the pets can get it.
That's great information. You know why it's great information? Because I would think the pet owners that should be more concerned are those that live around areas where there is wildlife and whose dogs may drink out of streams or drink out of areas where there is wildlife.
So even wet lawns, stagnant puddles, things where there's moisture and wildlife are certainly risk centers. So it doesn't, if a pet has it, or if a dog gets it, they also their urine can contaminate the environment, and if people handle that, again, they can ingest it and get sick from that.
If caught early, this can be treated?
It's treatable. So it is treatable with antibiotics and supportive care, whether that's intravenous fluids, and medicine for diarrhea, vomiting, whatever the clinical signs are, and making them comfortable.
And I would imagine, like many diseases, if it makes your way too much through the body, then it becomes more difficult.
With any disease, the sooner the better it's tended to. So if we see a pet and they've been sick for too many days, it does make it more challenging to try to cure the disease.
Is there a vaccine for it?
There is a vaccine for it. For dogs, we highly recommend it. It's something we've been using for a long time. So that if people take their pets places where they may be at risk, it's worth getting the vaccines for.
There's something that happens in the media a lot, where there is a disease that comes to the forefront because of a death of a man in the Bronx. We do it with humans too. All of a sudden, West Nile virus is important. And yet, 40,000 people die from the flu. Is there something out there that pet owners should be concerned about more than this, that is more common?
Different diseases do have episodic rises and falls in their population. Quite honestly, I'm not sure right now that we're seeing a lot more of it, but it's good that we have increased awareness, and people should know that it is something that, one, is treatable, and two, is preventable.
Thank you, Doctor, for being here. Thanks for bringing in Clover, too. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Peter Falk of the New Jersey Veterinary Medical Association. When Another Thing continues. A brand new museum that brings the American Revolution back to life. Dawn takes us there next.